Well, that's the question that we're going to be looking at. Should Donald Trump be impeached? A little tired. My family been here from Michigan for about 4 days, a little under the weather, but I couldn't wait any longer to do this video. I've seen where there are those who are really going at impeaching Donald Trump. Question that I ask you after you listen to this video: should he be impeached? Now, I'm just gonna get straight to the point. For so many years, from our past president, Obama, all the way back, America has been a melting pot, totally messed up. You know, people who are seen by some as the good people, American citizens, as well as some of our political leaders, are looked at as God's people, angels, and so on. There are those who look at Donald Trump and others, his followers, as devils. Now, I want you to look at this picture here. You got those of God as said to be of God on standing before you. And on the other side, beside them, you got those of the devil. Now let's look at this country. This country has been supposedly ruled by those who are good people. All right. Unemployment has been high. Crime in the communities in America. No true interest has been paid attention. Because if it had been, it would have been simple. The solution was very, very simple. Now I want to bring this thing into a fact thing, not a black thing. Not about black and whites, but I want to bring it to a factor. I've said this in videos before, but I'm going to say it again because maybe it hasn't registered yet. Black people, you have been the highest unemployed people in America. The murder rate is higher in the black community than anywhere, and especially black on black killings. Now, anybody that knows history and got common sense knows that it was a setup. Anybody that takes and bring in people who are not American citizens and take jobs from the American citizens, and you put drugs in the community, you're going to cause any community to react and do what the black community is doing today. Steve Cohen from the looks of it, you are the one that has been really, really pushing for the impeachment of Mr. Trump. You represent the black community very much so. Blacks put you in there for more than one term. We personally know each other. So I want to ask you, my brother, what have you really done to bring about a great impact and a change in the black community when it comes to jobs and crime? What have you done? Not only you, what presidents have done anything? But you're the ones who, there are those who look at as the people of God. I didn't say you haven't done anything. But has it been of value not only to the black community, but to the American people? Have whatever you've done, has it been a great asset to Tennessee? You ask that question when you look in the hood, look at America. Look at who you represent. People, period, but black people really looked at you. When you first became U.S. Congressman, one of the first things you went at was America needs to apologize for slavery. How long ago was that? Why is it that not only you, but all the rest of you in America has not brought about solutions for unemployment? Great solutions, not little bitty jobs here and there, but big solutions. You never have. Now, let me say this. So you are of what some say the good people, but you've done nothing. Totally, you all have done nothing for the American people. You have not brought about any great changes. It has gotten worse and worse and worse. Until what I'm looking at, just right here in Memphis, Arkansas, and Mississippi. I've said it before and I say it again. President Donald Trump, before he ran for office, the very strong things that he implicated that he would do would get the illegal immigrants out of America because they filled up our jobs, hurting the American people for employment. He did it. Everybody's not gone. But guess what? So many jobs came open in the surrounding areas of Memphis, South Haven, Olive Branch, Bahia, that all of a sudden, within 2 to 3 months of Donald Trump being in office, and I want you to keep in mind, this is only a small portion of the United States that I'm talking about. All of a sudden, you see billboards up in the air, billboards in the air saying, now hiring, here and there. You know how much it costs to rent a billboard? Here are people hiring, saying we need help. Jobs are open. Not only that, there are signs all out in the grass sticking up saying, now hiring, now hiring. I have never, ever since the 70s seen as many signs and jobs up saying hiring as they are now. What president do you think helped cause that? It didn't happen when Obama was in office. I've had some black people to tell me, well, that's because of a bill that Obama signed is the reason. And when Donald Trump came in, the bill was already signed, so that's how the jobs came open. You really sound like a damn idiot. Obama was in office for 8 years, and it took that long for jobs to come like they are now. Stop being stupid. When you get people out of America who occupy jobs that the American people should have, then jobs come open just like that. It's just simple as ABC. So black people, you listen to all these so-called leaders of yours that talks about Mr. Trump like a dog, but your so-called leaders never got jobs for you as a whole, and you are the highest unemployed people in America. You listen to your so-called leaders about how much of a devil Donald Trump is, but some of your leaders enacted laws that locked up more black people than ever in history for drug dealing. Now, Mr. Trump, my brother, did not have to take and become the president. Already got money. Didn't take a salary, putting his life on the line. His wife right along with him, and because of pictures that she took a long time ago, y'all talk about her like she's a slut. Is this the kind of woman you want for president? Well, she backs her husband up, knowing her husband is endangering his life to try to straighten America out. So one of the things he said was not only building the wall, but he's going at who? El Chapo and the rest of these big-time drug dealers. Again, not making this a black and white thing, but black people. Who the hell is locked up more for drugs than any race of people in America? You hear killing each other behind drug deals and stuff more than any race of people in the world, in America. And yet, Mr. Trump says, we going at the big people who's bringing the drugs in America. Now, of course, according to many of you, he's the devil. But your leaders are the God people, the godly ones. Let me mention this too, and I've said it before. It's amazing how I've never seen anything on Donald Trump about bringing drugs in America, drug smuggling. I have on other leaders, presidents. Isn't that amazing? Those of you who supposed to be so of God got one hell of an evil record on you. Mr. Cohen, a young 10-year-old was just killed a couple of weeks ago. He, another young 12-year-old, and a couple of females riding in the car, their mothers. The car was shot up. Of course, this is not the first incident. I want to throw this at Black Lives Matter. Kaepernick, however you pronounce his name, I've never been good at it. Those of you who putting the focus on the Confederate statues needing to be moved, which I've always say, hell no. Don't move Forrest, Bedford Forrest, and any of the other wicked ones like him. Because I like passing by seeing these statues and seeing the wicked and evil ones that good people had to fight against. Keyword, good people had to fight against. Why would I say good people? Because black people are not the only ones who fought and died for their freedom against slavery. John Burker, who has a monumental home right here in Memphis called Slave Haven, a white brother who endangers his life, put his life on the line, went down on Oxon Street here in Memphis, Tennessee, bought slaves, built an underground tunnel in his house, and helped slaves to escape back to Africa. You know why, black people, your leaders always want to feed you just the black side of this thing? Because they don't want unity. You see, when all you see is what white folks did bad and black folks did good, it brings a negative feeling in a lot of people against white people. They don't talk about it in black history. A lot of you don't even know. A lot of you don't know about John Brown, a white brother that died and gave his life. He and his sons fought against white folks like Nat Turner did, a great black brother. You don't hear nobody talk about it because they don't want unity. As long as they can keep hatred and racism, help boost it up, they can keep getting rich off of you. But I tell you the truth, because when love is in the air, you get unity. Now let me go back to what's going on here in America right now. Okay? Now watch this. Mr. Cohen, I can't name all the things that reasons that you say Mr. Trump should be impeached, but let me name a few. You said he's a threat of the security to this country. How? Now, he's a threat to the security of this country, but you and those like you and on before you came allowed all these Muslims to come over here and set up camp. They own some of the most powerful, one of the most powerful weapons that they could use against us to destroy us, and that's these gas stations. We attacked Iraq. Not we, they did. You all did. Attacked Iraq. Did them cold-blooded, murdered innocent people for nothing. And they never had a weapon of mass destruction. And other things that the Middle East hate us for. You think they don't remember these things? Do you really think that they love us? You got to be crazy. Let me mention this, Mr. Cohen. They moved in our communities, especially the black community, and they terrorized us, jacking the gas prices up. They jacked the food prices up. Everything in the store is more than triple. But you never said a word. We're already poor, lost jobs, but you all never said a word. But brother, Donald Trump, says we got to put a stop to it. We letting people over here, letting them over here. We don't know anything about them. We don't know anything. And of course, they're Muslims. So that's why he said Muslims. So again, who put this country in jeopardy? Who put this country at security risk? Trump did not let these people over here. You all did. And never said a word about nothing they are doing right today. Black people, stop telling lies. Stop playing with yourself. Or shut up every time you go into the Arab stores and they charge the hell out you. Stop being followers and be leaders of yourself. Stop listening to the lies and watch the works of a person. What would have happened had we all worked together instead of worrying about those who are white supremacists of hatred? Let them do their little thing. You ignore them. What if, Tabernacle, that you had put a value on the fact that black children are dying all over instead of just by the police? And what is the cause of these things? Rather than being a distraction on the works that Donald Trump has been doing but can't even complete. He probably getting tired, probably burnt out. If it was me, I would say to hell with all of you. Let you die. I really would. Because I'm really pissed the hell off. There's some killing jumped off this weekend for the holidays. Some poor mother cried because her child got killed on Thanksgiving Day. But you want to impeach Donald Trump rather than saying, look, you know what? Wicked people before Donald Trump destroyed America. It's gotten America in the shape that it's in. So we're going to overlook all this other stuff that Hillary Clinton helped boost up, and Bernie Sanders, about how racist Donald Trump is. But Hillary Clinton, your husband had more black people locked up than ever in history. See? And Brother Sanders, you couldn't have helped the American people by going and saying, you don't have to worry about it. If I become president, I'm not going to ship you nowhere. You don't have to leave America. But you couldn't get the people no jobs. And nobody else could. Donald Trump couldn't have gotten no jobs had he not sent some of these illegal immigrants up out of here. And let me tell you something. I don't give a damn what you say. I love people. I don't give a damn who they are. But the truth is the light of the world. Yes, a lot of my Mexicans, brothers and sisters, you hurt American people. And I understand, because you was hurting too. This is why I wish we could have appealed to our U.S. government and the UN, whatever else, to especially loan the Mexican government enough money to help build homes and build factories there. So our Mexicans, brothers and sisters, could have had jobs there. Many of them would have left America, especially ones who are not legal citizens. Some probably legal citizens would have left because they want to be with their loved ones. We could have worked this out better than this. But some of my own leaders I went to try to help me get this done looked at me like I was stupid, because they in your pocket. Long as they can go on the radio and talk about racism and talk about the white man, they got you Negroes blinded on what they doing. If you talk more about love and unity and working together and look at the issues The hell with what you talk about Donald Trump and females and all this other stuff. Because you sure didn't talk about it like Clinton, what he did. But you know what you did? You used that to keep from being brave and courageous like him to bring a better America. You don't damn want a better America. You see, your problem is you used to people smiling in your face and patting you on your damn back while you suffering like a dog, hugging you and proclaiming to love you, beating you out your money like a dog. You love that. But when somebody come and straightforward tell you the truth, you can't accept it. Do I ever need to make another video? I hope not. I don't give a damn if you don't. Many people don't look at it because you don't know way. Because one day, you're going to see something more than this video. You're going to see truth. You're going to see how weak you are, how ignorant you are, how you listen to those who supposed to be of God and they lie to you. Brother Cohen, you ought to take a look at what you're doing and what you're saying. Because before you keep messing with Trump, you ought to ask yourself, have unemployment ever been this high since the 70s? No, it has not. Stock market and all. Why are you messing with people, man? And when you ought to be busy having a concern of what can we do for our communities, for Tennessee, for the American people. Just telling you like it is. Now, for those of you who watches this video, spread it on. Just spread it to the people. And if they've listened to it, then let them answer this question. Those who are supposed to have been the good people, what the hell have they done for America? I mean, really injected a great solution when it comes to the need for the American people. And that was employment. Maybe if you had worked together, we would have been working on putting a stop to these drugs and not locking up the little man, but getting some help from them. Really rehabilitating our children from the hatred that they have in them. How can they but hate when not only what they've gone through in their communities, but they watch you all with the wicked stuff that you're doing, the hatefulness and the fighting going on. Why you all wait till Donald Trump become president? All these years, those Confederate statues have been up there. You were just a distraction. To me, it's like you're the evil ones. I don't give a damn how you feel about me. You're the evil ones. I don't care what your intentions are. What the hell is those statues doing compared to people hungry? America people needing jobs. Donald Trump first got in office, he didn't holler about, well, first thing we gonna do is build more airplanes or whatever. He said, we getting ready to get the American people jobs. And that was for the poor people. So not just black folks, but you damn poor people, us poor folks. You need to wake yourselves up and say that I don't care what nobody else saying. If your leaders haven't done anything to help bring great changes, not little small crumbs off the table, but great changes in America, then you need to tell your leaders, sit their ass down somewhere. And let somebody else get up there that can overlook this crap about, well, Donald Trump said he liked to feel women between their legs. that can overlook the lies that somebody said he hate Muslims, he hate Christians. I mean, not Christian, I'm sorry. He hate Muslims, he hate Mexicans, and he hate black folks. I never heard him say he hate black folks. I never heard him say he hate Muslims or Mexicans. He didn't tell no lie. You gonna tell me that with all the drugs came from Mexico, some that came over here were not drug dealers, murderers, and rapists? You telling me all these Muslims over here just love America to death, huh? You really think so? Shit. Baby, let me tell you something. These folks will give their children lives and their lives to destroy us. You don't know what these other presidents have done to America. And you say Donald Trump put this country at risk. Ain't that a damn shame? My people still dying. I live in the hood. I hear the sirens. I hear the gunshots. I live in the hood. I work with people of different races. We poor, but we try to stick together. All we want to see is unity. So why y'all raising all that hell instead of trying to work with somebody that came up with a plan that could have brought a change on America had you, not you goody two-shoe folks, brought on all this distraction? You mad at me for telling you the truth? I don't give a damn. I care about America. And when you care about America, you tell the truth regardless to who it hurts. Now, if you be real with yourself, you answer the question, should Donald Trump be impeached?